Alright, he's making here. So the Supermoto slider saga continues. Alright, so I've got, now that we've done the front, alright, that's the front system, we got to do the rear. Alright, so we're going to use the same Hayes Omega Spec plate, alright, that goes behind the axle, okay, and the adjustment block. So Hayes Omega is going to see if this works. Alright, so I might have to do is make some more of those washers, okay? That, or we can use a very extremely large bolt and cut it down, all right, to fit in this hole. The hole is so big on this. I'm pretty sure this is for like a sport bike or something, man, like a leader bike or something with a big axle, that's for sure. So I'm gonna go take my homemade Supermoto slider wheel, skateboard wheel out, okay? And then we're going to go see if we can get this to fit on there. And if it does, all I got to do is make another one of these plates. Alright, here's me up. Alright, here's me here. I think I'm going to call that it for tonight, but I'm getting kind of the stuff together here. So I got to find a bolt, alright? The bolts that I used for the skateboard wheels were pretty small, is what I'm going to say. See this little one here? This is the one that I use. I think it's like a 1/4 inch or something. But we're going to use a bigger one because the hole is much, much bigger on this, okay? And we want to take advantage of using that big hole. Okay, so to do that, we're going to use a bolt about this size. I don't know what size this is. Yeah, I think it's not a 1/4. I think that's a 1/2. That looks like a 1/2 inch. All right, so that fits in there much better. But we're going to get it so it fits in this washer. Okay, again, we're going to use these washers again because they fit perfectly. Okay. So I don't have to do any machining for this one because this one just drops straight in like that, okay? So we're going to use that, but it doesn't fit through there. So we're going to open up the hole a little bit. It doesn't look like we have to open it up a lot, okay? And then that should slip into there, and then we can bolt it onto this, okay? Because this actually fits through the axle hole already. So that means all we got to do is fit... it could stick out quite a bit too. Think about it, because this thing sticks out quite a bit. So I will see if I can find a shorter bolt like this, or maybe I'll go to Home Depot and see if I can get a smaller. Like, it doesn't have to be long at all. You know, yeah. Also, the nut has to fit in there too. I didn't realize that, so I have to find a nut that fits over that. So it looks like we're gonna have to do some Home Depot action. Okay, maybe. Hopefully, I was hoping I could use it with the ingredients I have at home, but I don't know. I don't know if we can do that. So anyway, I got the flat bar that I used to make this bracket out of. Okay, so if you guys want to know how to make this, take a look at my previous Supermoto slider videos. All right, how I made this plate. Pretty easy. We're going to use this as a template. Okay. All right, yes, we go. Okay, so I've used the other bracket as a template, and we're going to go make this one. Okay. So I'm going to chop this off, and then we're going to shorten it here so it fits in the channel. All right. Okay, the Supermoto slider saga continues. So I cut the plates out yesterday, and now we got to go drill the holes. Okay. So what I'm going to do is use this as a template to figure out where to drill the holes because it already fits, you know. And to do that, we're going to mark the holes, all right, where we're going to be drilling with a punch like this. Okay, so the punch is like the exact same size as the hole. So we use this as a template, all right. I'm just going to put that on top, get a hammer, line that as best as I could, smack it, and then it'll make a dimple in there, and then we'll know where to drill our hole. Okay, and then probably what I'll do is I'll just I'll use this as a stencil. I'll color it in, and then I'll drill a small hole into it with the with the drill press. All right, drill press, and then we'll and then what I'll do is I'll probably get the step bit, and then we'll make it bigger and bigger until we get to this hole. Okay, for sure this hole has to be this size. Okay, this one I'm gonna make this one actually a little bit bigger. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. This is like, doesn't look like it's in the middle too, but it doesn't really matter. This is where the slider is gonna stay. Okay, so this is gonna go kind of like that. Like there. I think there's going to be a little bit sticking out. What I should probably do is just put it like right here at the edge, and then get another punch, and then punch it in the middle there. Okay. I think we should be okay with that. All right. So let's give it a whirl. But first, let's do the axle holes first. The axle holes are all going to be different. So. Okay, I'm gonna drill a pilot hole with a 3/16 bit because I got a lot of 3/16 bits. So. I think my drill bit is. I think that drill bit's broken, man. It drilled the hole, but yeah, it's kind of odd. It like. Do some popping and stuff, but it drilled a good hole. Okay. Oh, I can hear my inverter working hard. Power this guy. Wow, that was really weird. It's making these popping sounds and stuff. Okay, whatever. There must be something wrong. Okay, there it is. I got the two big holes drilled there. Alright, so the axles should be able to slip right through that. How good did I make it? Boy, they're a little bit off. One of them is like... I don't know. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit off, but hopefully it fits in the channel. Okay, if not, we can make the hole a little bigger. Alright, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to get the slider and then just stick it on there, and then I'm going to get the punch. Hopefully I got a punch that big. and then we'll make a hole that'll fit in there. Alright. Alright. Okay, so I've got the reduction washer in there. Alright, and then we're going to line it up with the bracket, and then we're going to dimple it, okay? Alright, so I'm gonna try to keep it right at the edge. Okay. Should have a little bit room to wiggle anyways, so okay, that looks good. Dimple that. Okay. We'll go get the other one. That where we want it. Hopefully these are symmetrical. I don't think they're symmetrical, but I don't think it really matters what side you put it on. So, but we'll definitely have to test fit it on my bike first. All right, so we'll go drill that hole. It's going to be this size thing. All right. Okay, so there's the nearly finished product. So I just drilled these two holes out right now. They look very similar in size to the axle holes is what I'm going to say. But so this is going to go in here like so. Okay, very strong washer, by the way. Right, and that's going to go right there, and then we're going to bolt that sucker on there. All right, and hopefully it'll work. All right, let's give it. I'll put it together and let's see what happens. Okay, there it is. There's the magic happening. All right, so I've got the locking nut in there, and then we're going to go tighten this sucker soon. Okay, maybe we might want to put a washer on the back there. Yeah, it's probably a good idea to add another washer to it. We still got some bolt left, so Yeah, because this kind of acts as a washer. We don't really need this as a washer. Okay. So there's a little bit of room for adjustability. It kind of floats around in there a little bit, which is perfectly fine. Okay. There it is on there. It's perfect, man. It looks great. Okay, I think I might add a washer. I'm not sure. You don't really need to. The whole thing is like a washer. Okay, so let me go add the other one. So what we're going to do is take the puck off. Put this washer in. It fits perfectly. Okay. I don't know. I don't know which side will fit in the channel better. I modeled it off of one side, so it probably only fits good on one side. I'm not sure. Okay. Go like that. Okay. Okay. This one not as good a fit as the other one. Like I said, there is some room for adjustment. No, it's perfect. Don't know what you're talking about, man. Don't doubt yourself. Okay. All right. So so that is pretty much the finished product right there. It looks pretty good already, right? And then you put the puck over it like that. All right. So the beauty of this is it's easy to replace the pucks. All right. So if you go down and you mess these pucks up, I don't know where you can get these pucks. I don't think they sell replacement pucks, man. So I think you would just replace the whole thing. I'm not sure. I don't even know why. Why bother? That's a good question. Yeah, why even bother having it like a two-piece dealie like that? Okay, it does make it easier to install, I guess. Okay, and then this would go on like so. Okay, like that. All right, and then when I get the chance, we'll go test fit it on the bike. All right, and Haze Mega will have some rad looking orange, reddish orange. It's like kind of like a rust colored Supermoto sliders. Okay, so you saw with the fronts already, right? Honestly, they look way too big for the bike, man. This looks like it's supposed to be on like a sport bike or something. Okay, anyway, yeah, so that's all I got for tonight. I will test fit it tomorrow. It's kind of late tonight, and I got to throw the bike up on the lift and everything. Okay, but it looks good. Check it out. That's Hades Omega's craftsmanship. I could probably put a longer bolt in. It wouldn't hurt. You could probably put a bolt all the way out to here. It wouldn't matter, okay? But I think it looks cleaner with a smaller bolt. Okay, boys and girls, it's the next night, and voila, there it is. I got it. It's done, all right? So I just put the front one on now. So I put the rear ones on. I was able to get... This side actually fit perfectly, all right? I knew I wanted the axle holes I drilled, like, kind of weird, so I tried to flip. What I did is I tried to flip it over, and I was like, well, it's worse on the other side. So I found out, oh yeah, that's right. You should just keep it the way it is because we're gonna flip it over anyway. So I put it the right side way again. So there it is. That's with it on there. I honestly, man, I think they look way too big for this bike, man. This is supposed to be like a freaking sport bike or some shit, man. Not this bike, dude. Like, you could probably put them on this bike right here, man. They would probably look proper on this bike. but this bike, they look kind of goofy. Actually, the front ones look alright. I kind of like the front ones. I kind of don't like the look at the back ones. It would have been nice if the SOROS came with like a hollow rear axle already, but no. Unfortunately, it's just got this dinky little axle. The funny thing is, the rear SOROS axle is the same size as the front axle on my KLX 140. That's funny. And the front axles are usually smaller, right? Because they have to take less loads. Anyway, there it is. It fits. I had to kind of massage this one, all right, with the drill bit here. I had to elongate the hole going upward a little bit so we could push it down so it'll fit in the channel, but there it is. It's in there. It's not painted or anything yet, so I would highly suggest you paint it because it's going to start rusting, okay, because it's steel. All right, and I think you want steel, all right, so it's strong. Does it move at all? Flexes a little bit, man, but I'm pretty sure if you went down, dude, this will touch, all right. I guarantee you will, because I've tried it before on my skateboard one. The skateboard one's a little bit shorter too, and it touched down. It touched down when I crashed.
Oh shit.
Will it slide with that? I don't know. We'll have to have the dude test it out. But anyway, so there's a big problem. All right, the big problem is this is the stock axle, and it's not long enough. Okay, so you can see here. There's it doesn't go all the way through. Okay, the axle doesn't go all the way through. So I don't think this is safe to use. All right, I wouldn't use this. If you have the longer axle, which I will put on, I'm gonna put it on right now. We'll test it out. I have the longer axle. Okay, the long axle from the SORON fender. All right, the hugger fender. I have it. Okay, so that's the one I use when I put the Supermoto wheels. So whenever I switch wheel sets, I use the longer axle because I use the Supermoto slider. Okay, so so I will give it a whirl right now, but as you can see, it's no good, man. Not good. It doesn't stick out far enough. Now, could you use it like that? Maybe, but you risk the nut backing out. Okay, so that's not good. You could glue, you could glue the nut on with a once you torqued it, you could glue the nut on with a RTV sealant, all right, silicone sealant, and it might not back out. Okay, but I don't think this is safe, man. Or you can put a cotter pin, but drill it for a cotter pin. But yeah, for the most part, it does kind of work, but not really. Anyway, I will take it off, and then we'll try the longer axle. Okay, so this is my other slider right here. Okay, pretty cool. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna have to label each one for left and right also, so you know which one goes where. So okay, yeah, let's try to put the longer axle on, and we'll see what it looks like. All right, here's we go. Okay, so there it is with the Supermoto, not the Supermoto, well, my Supermoto axle, the longer axle from the SORON fender kit. Okay, and as you can see, it's fine. You got 1, 2, no, hold on. That's 1, 2, almost 3 threads sticking out. All right, but 2 is perfectly fine. It's perfect. It's a perfect fit. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Perfect fit. Okay, yeah, this dude's gonna have to get a longer axle. That's not gonna work. It has to have this axle, okay? And I don't know where you can just buy one. It'd be nice if you could buy one. Sure you could find one somewhere. But I got mine with the SORON fender kit, okay? So it's really not that expensive too. If you just bought it just to get the axle, Okay, so there it is. It fits perfectly. It looks all right. Okay, so the reason why it has to stick this far out is because my adjuster is almost at the end. Okay, if your adjuster is like up here, it's gonna move in quite a bit. All right, that's the reason why it's spaced out this far. So when you get, I don't know, this might actually fit in the channel too. Yeah, this might actually fit in the channel. That's a good question. For the skateboard wheel, it won't fit. Right, because the skateboard wheel sits flush on it, okay? But this one, it sticks out. So theoretically, no, because you've also got this nut, you've got this bolt head sticking out the back, okay? Yeah, you got a bolt head sticking out the back here. It might contact this, so that's why it has to be that far out, okay? Yeah, I wonder how many. That's like almost a thumb, right? Yeah, almost my thumb. So how much? Yeah, it's kind of questionable. If this was all the way in, it's kind of questionable whether this would interfere with that. Okay, but I don't usually when you install a new chain, it doesn't go all the way in. So You want some room for adjustment is what I'll say. Okay, so yeah, there it is. So I guess that's the end of that little project there. I was gonna charge this dude $50 for me to make him some Supermoto sliders. Unfortunately, he could use it, but not with the axle he has. Okay, I would not recommend using it with the axle that he has. All right, like I said, you could probably glue it, but that's kind of sketchy, dude. I would not run a rear axle that doesn't go all the way through the nut. All right, so the locking part of the nut is on the outside of the nut, all right, not the inside. So if your axle doesn't go past the teeth, the little grabber teeth that lock it into the axle, then it's not doing its job. Okay, it's not locking it in. All right, and then you could, that thing could back off, and then you'll have a bad day. So let's say, all right, so I don't recommend that, but I always do recommend you should like RTV. If you RTV that axle, you won't have a problem with it backing out, but still I wouldn't run it with the stock axle. Okay, so if you wanted to run the rear, I would suggest you get a longer axle from the SOROS rear fender kit. Okay, so pretty much the same as before. Okay. I have to say, my bike looks kind of goofy with these knobby tires with these Supermoto sliders on it. But they do look kind of cool, man. They sure are bling bling, I'll tell you that, man. That's what this guy was going for, man. All show, no go, right? they do look kind of nice, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I would get black ones. But yeah, these kind of orangey reddish ones, they look pretty nice. They add a little they pop pretty well with the bike is what I'm gonna say. It matches the ASI controller. I'll tell you that. Okay, I actually had thought about just putting electrical tape over the ASI controller to make it look black, but I just never got around to it. That's what I would say. All right, so yeah, there it is. That's the end of Hayes Omega's little. I guess I've been contracted to make these. All right, it's my a Supermoto slider project. If you guys want to know where you can get these sliders, just go on eBay and type in Supermoto sliders. Look for some made in China. All right, I noticed pretty much these ones are the ones that are made in China. All right, because everything else is a proper Supermoto slider. It's got plastic pucks instead of aluminum pucks. Okay, I don't recommend you use these on the racetrack. Okay, these are aluminum. They're softer than steel, right? But you want a material that slides, okay? You want a material that slides and will not damage the surface of the track, okay? That's the reason they want you to have Supermoto sliders. So I don't even know if these would pass tech, okay? I don't even know if these would pass tech. I don't know if they'd let you ride on a racetrack with these, if they're aluminum, okay? But it's softer than steel, is what I'm gonna say. It would be nice to test them out, okay? That's what I'm gonna say. I have actually tested, see, as you can see, I've actually tested this one out, all right? I had a low speed, what is it? A low side, all right? I had a low speed, low side slide with these, all right? And they did their job, look at it, see? And the bike did slide like it was supposed to, okay? So these do work, okay? These do work, guys. I've tested it out. Now, will this work? I don't know. We'd have to test it out, all right? But once you touch it down, it's not going to look pretty anymore, and I don't know where they sell the pucks for this, all right? You'll just have to buy the whole thing. And you guys are wondering how much these cost. These are $15 from eBay, so. But you got to get them from China. It's going to take like a month or something for you to get them. If you're patient, you can get some Supermoto sliders for $15, okay? In any color you want. They got them in all sorts of colors, too. And also, you don't have to have these carbon fiber kind of covers. You can take those off too if you don't like them, okay? Like I said, it's all show, no go, okay? That's the all show, no go part right there, man. I don't know if that would fly at a track is what I'm gonna say, okay? But it's better than nothing, I guess. It's better than getting your forks and your stuff scratched bad, or cartwheeling your bike, okay? Or or yard sailing your bike, all right? That's what these are for, okay, guys? It's so your bike slides on the racetrack and it doesn't roll over, okay? That's what you don't want to happen. You want your bike to slide along the surface rather than rolling over several times, and then your bike just, you know, pieces of your bike start flying off. That's what they call it, a yard sale. Okay. That's what these are for. Okay. That's why you got to have these hand guards. All right, hand guard sliders or bar end weights. You know, the bar ends that stick out, and Supermoto peg sliders. Okay. That's why you have all of this Supermoto. That's why all Supermotos have all this stuff. All right. Well, if you're going to go on the track, you should have this stuff. Okay. That's what I'm going to say. All right. Pretty much any track I know of in at least the ones that I've gone to, they require you to have that safety stuff on your bike already. Okay. That and a catch can, but you don't need a catch can for a Suron. There's nothing that's going to come out. If there's something leaking out of your bike, there's a serious problem. That's what I'm going to say. All right. Okay. Anyway. So that's the end of my Supermoto slider project. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You could make these fairly inexpensive, all right? I would say, so it's $15 for these sliders, all right? The ones that he gave me here to fit on the bike. And then I think the all thread and the flat bar steel is probably $10-15 worth of material, and I got like plenty of material left over. All right, I got that left over, and then I got this left over. I got a whole lot of this left over, so I could make a lot of sliders. Okay, slider kits is what I'm gonna say. But it takes time to make it. Okay, is what I'm gonna say. But hey, now that I got everything, now that I have the template to make it, it's not that difficult. Okay, in a way, this is better than the one that I made before. But it's not better because of the material. Okay, they use aluminum. If they had a plastic puck, okay, or a Delrin, if they had a Delrin puck that goes right here, then that would be better. Okay, I don't recommend using aluminum, but well, because you see the sport bikes, man, they use like a nylon or HDPE, something plastic that slides. You know, you want it to slide. All right, this might not slide, but it is pretty soft. Well, you'd have to take it to a racetrack and crash your bike and to find out if it works, if your bike survives. That's what I want to say. All right, thanks for watching. Hayes Big out. Hope you guys learned something. I hope that was an entertaining video. All right, that's how you make some Supermoto sliders with these Chinese aluminum Supermoto slider dealies. All right, the axle sliders, what they're called. Yeah. Well, yeah, so I wanted to point out, yeah, 15 bucks for these sliders is like you could buy a pack of skateboard wheels for 15 bucks. so this is actually a better deal than the skateboard sliders. But the skateboard sliders are more proper, okay, more proper than a freaking aluminum slider like this. If they made, like I said, if they made a Delrin one, there's actually, let me see. Let's go check this out. Okay, check this out. Okay, if you guys want to see some legit Supermoto sliders, check this out. All right, got him. All right, oh yeah, you know what? Okay, so I mean, in a way, the Hades Vega kind of glammed these up a little bit, but this is a I think it's a TSW Supermoto slider, and the concept is the same as those Chinese ones. Okay, but these ones this one has a Delrin puck. Okay, see how this puck is made out of Delrin. Yeah, this is good. This is what the material that you want. All right, but I put a skateboard wheel on top of it. All right, just to make it look, you know, green. That's what I say. Okay, but you wouldn't have to do that. Okay, it's only because I'm using them in the back. All right, let's look at the back. See, I got the one in the back there. So, but yeah, this is like the poor man's Supermoto slider, the skateboard wheel. All right, but this is the material you want to use. You want to use Delrin. Okay, Delrin is probably the best material you can use. All right, and the way this works is it works exactly the same way as the other one. There's this cup, all right, and then you thread the puck onto the puck. So I could probably install these on the Suron, and they will be proper. Okay, they'll pass a tech inspection. Is what I'm gonna say. Okay. So yeah, these are legit, all right? These are legit. These are probably cost way more than 15 bucks though. I think these were like $50 or $70. I'll put a subtitle below, okay? I'll put a link where you can buy these. You can, and to get 4 of them probably would be a lot more. I think they sell these in pairs, okay? So yeah, to get 4 of them would be expensive. But you could install these like how I have the other ones installed, okay? but these ones are much more expensive. Okay, these are legit Supermoto sliders. Okay, all right. All right, this is a little extra tidbit right there. Here's Big Out. All right, here's Big here, and so this is the final product for the rear sliders. All right, there we go. So all I did was I painted them, I cleaned them up, I smoothed them out a bit, and I rounded the edges a little bit so it wouldn't be so sharp. And I painted it low gloss black is what I painted it. You have to paint it because it's made out of steel, okay? Because it's gonna rust if you don't paint it. So gotta be painted. The ones on my bike still look great. So, all right. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's done. I'll probably have to test fit it one more time, and then that'll be it. Because I may have put it has to go on like a specific way, else it won't fit on the bike. All right. All right. Here's Big Out. I hope you guys learned something. Here's Big Out.